fact that Judi Dench has agreed to give me this award makes it that much more special. And I don't really know what I'm going to say yet, but I'm going to let it sort of let the moment happen in the moment. Well, the biggest thing it means to me is that I'm incredibly pleased that what we started off to try to accomplish now 11 seasons ago in my 12 years in London was to try to reestablish the Old Vic as a destination for audiences, to try to do good work and do a lot of work in our community and a lot of work in education and through the Old Vic New Voices program. But the most important thing was to make sure it continued after I was gone. And the fact that Matthew Warchus has signed on for 6 seasons means that's exactly what's happening. So tonight is really wonderful, but I'm going to try to keep getting people to focus on what I think is the greatest thing about the Old Vic, which is its future, not its past, not even my past. I feel great about it. I think it's really important that a theater get new blood. I think it'll be fantastic that Matthew will have an opportunity to create his own experience there, and he's one of the great directors of our time. But I will be fine to step aside and let someone else run the building. As I say, my proudest moment is that it's going to continue. It's not about what I did or anything like that. I look back on the experience and I'm incredibly delighted and proud to have worked with the directors I worked with and the companies, and what makes the Old Vic a great place is the people that work there, and that's no different now than it was in the 1800s. No, that would be terrible to say, because there would be so many fine performances that I wasn't mentioning. I will tell you this, before I started, I had the great opportunity to watch Peter O'Toole many times on that stage do Jeffrey Bernard as own well, and that will go down as one of the highlights of my viewing experience. Part of me would have liked to have gone out with a company of actors rather than just doing a solo show. But if I was going to end up doing a solo show, then that particular one means a lot to me. He's a remarkable character, and it was a real delight to introduce him to British audiences who primarily don't know much about him. And it was two things I'd never done. I'd never done a one-person show, and I'd never done anything in the round. So it was a monster to do, but I really enjoyed it. Theater's my life. It's always been a part of my life, so that's not something I have to make a plan about. Yes, of course I'll do that.